Hey, NRD New England, Chief Foster here. I just wanted to provide a little bit of training today in regards to dashboards. I think that this is one of the items that really hasn't been touched in regards to training in the past that we received in SalesForce, but I think that it's very important for all of us to be able to see a snapshot of how our recruiting station's doing, DLCPOs, how your division's doing, or even down on the recruiter level, how you yourself is doing. So this training that I'm going to provide today is going to be tailored primarily to my LPOs, LCPOs of the recruiting stations, but it is still applicable to my DLCPOs and to the recruiters out there. It's just a matter of setting the filters differently whenever we get to that point. And when we get to that point, I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. So first things first, I'll show you a overall dashboard. One that I have created for NRS Quincy, so that way you have an idea of what I'm talking about. So I just came into the NRS Quincy prospecting dashboard. This is all the items that I have put on my dashboard that I feel is pertinent information that I, as the LCPO, like to see from as a quick snapshot of my recruiting station on a daily basis. So I'm just gonna hit refresh up here real quick. Refresh a few of the numbers. All right, so it did jump up over here. So as you can tell, I have NRS Quincy prospecting activity. This is my daily activity. It lets me see all my recruiters. Kind of lets me see, how we're doing for attempts and contacts, etc. I have my appointments created for the entire month. I'm able to kind of see a quick snapshot breakdown of if they were qualified, unqualified, if they declined, they no-showed, all that good stuff. Missing outcomes, of course, everybody should know at least about missing outcomes. If you have an interview and you're missing the outcome, this number would be different than 0. It's always important for us to maintain that at a 0. For inspection purposes, and this should be one of the items that you DPR to every single day. In regards to appointment outcomes, this is just my personal preference. I like to kind of just create this pie chart, wheel chart, whatever you want to call it, just to let me see of all time how we're kind of looking in regards to interview outcomes. This is my today column. This is my for this month column. It lets me see the appointments, interviews, and QIs snapshot for the station. So this is my dashboard, and I'm going to show you all how you can create your own dashboard. So what a dashboard is just multiple reports shown as a graph or a chart, or a speedometer, or overall numbers, however you want to create it. So as you can tell, each one of these has a view report. That is, again, because a dashboard is just a bunch of reports put together in one different area. At any point in time, I can click into this view report and see a more detailed report on that specific area. So now I can see in detail, okay, here's Petty Officer Benerick, the calls, the attempts. I can see every person that he's attempted or called. He's calling primarily off cold calling, a name list today. I can keep scrolling down and they'll take me into my new other recruiters, all that good stuff. So you can come back and you can do that for every single one of your reports if you want to see a more detailed report. So for instance, if I want to see every QI as an LCPO that we've had for the month, I'll just click view report. It's going to show me the names and who they're coming from. So now I can come in and I can, start leaving my comments within, all these applicants. So in order to create a dashboard, you have to create the reports first. Well, the great thing is that there are so many reports out there that you could just like we do with the list, you can also clone the reports as well. it doesn't actually say clone, you're just simply saving as. So what I mean by that is we're gonna come into reports. What I would recommend is if you click all reports and then click this created by column right here, and then you can just scroll down and find my name. I've already labeled these daily, month, all that good stuff. Just find my name. What you can do is then you can click on each one of these specific reports. Once you do that, come over here to this drop down column, click Save As. When you do that, you can rename it to your NRS or to the division or to yourself as the recruiter. So for instance, this one I'll just rename NRS Waltham Prospecting Activity. I would recommend that at that point in time you save it into your private reports. You can choose, what folder you want to save it into. That way it's much easier for you to find whenever you go to create the dashboard. So I recommend saving it in private reports. When you do that, click Save. Now it's instantaneously changed it from NRS Quincy to NRS Waltham, the name. But as you could tell, it's still showing NRS Quincy's recruiters. So the next step that you have to do is you need to click this filters section. When you do that, as you could tell, it shows NRD New England Quincy. Okay, you need to be able to change that to whatever recruiting station you are. So here's the entire district. Here's the divisions. So if you're a DLCPO, you want to just select, the overall division. If you're a station, then you're going to click, whatever station it is that you're building it for. So this one in particular, I'm building it for NRS Waltham. So I'm going to select Waltham. I'm going to select Done. And then once I do that, I'm going to hit refresh. So do not freak out if you get this no results. And what I mean by that is because there are some times that these results just don't have any activity. That's okay. So once I hit save, you can click save and run. If there's no activity found, it's just going to show no results. Recruiters, if you want to take this down to your level, click the edit. Once you do that, you're going to see filters, and you can click on all activities under Waltham. Now you can narrow it by person. So if you're a recruiter, you could come in here and you can just select your name and it'll just show your information. For the sake of this, I am now going to disregard this report just so that it doesn't confuse any of you whenever we're on here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select another one that'll actually show you some activity. So this is prospecting activity daily. Again, going to show you how to do it. Once you click into here, click Save As. Save it as your station, save it as your division, however you'd like to do it. NRS, let's just do Fitchburg prospecting activity. Again, saving it under your personal reports, private reports, all that good stuff. Click Save. Instantaneously changes the name. Once you do that, select Edit. Come over to Filter. You can still see it's filtered to NRS Quincy. Now we're going to select it to Fitchburg. They're still showing as Westminster. Hit Done. And now that I hit Done, click Save and Run. And it's going to show up their prospecting activity. So there's Petty Officer Luce, one of the recruiters out of NRS Fitchburg. So this is how you change your reports. So again, the biggest thing that I can stress is make sure that you click Save As. You do not simply just come into the reports and click the reports that I have NRS Quincy and start changing the filters, because then it is going to mess with my dashboard. You have to come in here, you have to click Save As, you have to rename it to your recruiting station or your division. For the purpose of this, I'm just going to delete this report as well. Where is it? All right, I saved it under my personal reports, so it's not going to show up here. And I'll just confirm. There it is right there. There's the Waltham and there's the Fitchburg. So for the purpose of this, I'm just deleting these so that it doesn't create confusion. So again, you're going to do that for your station, for your division, for each one of these reports right here. Once you have done that, now it is time to create your actual dashboard. So how we're going to create our dashboard is you're going to click on Dashboards. When you do that, click on New Dashboard. It's going to ask you for a name, so NRS Quincy Dashboard. Save it under your private dashboards, or you can name it Prospecting Dashboard, whatever you'd like to name it. Click Create. When you do that, it's going to show all these different cells right here. With these cells, you're going to click Add Component. Now, wherever you ended up saving those reports, if you saved it under your private reports, if you saved it under, recent, created by me, if you created a new folder, all those are going to show up. So for the purpose of this, I showed you where mine were under all reports. I'm just going to go under the created by me so that it narrows it down to my reports already. And here's all the reports that should be saved in your name whenever you start this part. So what we're doing is now we are going to start adding these to your dashboard. You can choose to add as many of these as you like, as few of these as you like. This dashboard you can create however you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my daily and monthly columns real quick. So this is NRS Quincy appointments daily. As of right now, I know that we didn't have any appointments, and this is one of the ones that I created as a metric chart. So it's just going to show a 0. As you could tell, you can choose however you want your information displayed. If you want it displayed as a chart, as a graph, however you'd like to have it. So I'm just going to click Add. Once I do that, it's going to throw it up here, and I'm going to go ahead and just do that again. Come under the created by me. That was my daily appointments. Here's my daily interviews. Again, as a graph. Keep adding. Created by me. Let's see. Qualified interviews daily. Select. You don't have to do this in any particular order, and the reason I say that is because you're going to be able to move all these items around. So NRS Quincy month, my number, bam. As you can tell, it's just adding it and stacking them up right here. And that's what I mean, that you don't have to worry about doing this in any type of particular order. I know I'm kind of putting it in order a little bit, but you don't have to do that because you're going to be able to come in here and move things around. Appointments, interviews, and then let me do the other one. Interviews completed month. Select number. So what I mean by that is it's as easy as clicking and dragging. So now I want to put my daily and monthly side by side each other. Interviews completed, daily, month. QIs, daily, month. And I'm just doing that throughout all this stuff. So here's my chart. Here's my recruiters. You can also mess with, the y-axis and the, x-axis to show, different stuff, appointments, calls, created date, assigned. So break it down. Now it does the assigned, the call, appointment, all that stuff. The x-axis. So you could choose to do this if you would like to, and play around with each one of these. Created date. Of course, this is all today. So click add. And then say you want, this information up here. As long as you drag it up here, it's just going to move everything else down. Then you can expand it. So if you want to take up more room for this, just come over here, drop it. Now it's going to expand everything. And then if you want to move these over to this side at that point, you could do that. Like I said, this is your dashboard. And you can add as many of those reports as you wish to. So I'm going to add just one more report, just so that you get an idea of what this dashboard capability can do. Created by me. So this was the missing outcome one, and I just had it as the little speedometer. I'll go ahead and add that. I'll go ahead and add one more. Let's see. Which other one do I want to add? Here's the interviews. No. Let's do. Appointments breakdown month. Okay. And this one's just showing me all my interviews and if they were unqualified, qualified, all that good stuff. I'll just keep it as that. I'll add that. I'll go ahead and put it here. Now my recommendation to you is see this blank area right here. What you can do is you can expand each one of these. And the reason I say that is just to make items look flush with each other, so it's a neater report. Now all these, this is completely flush down here, and then you can just expand these to match over here, just so everything looks nice and neat. Again, it's your report. You could choose how how you want to do it. Once you are done adding whatever charts you want, then you're just going to hit save. Once you hit save, it's going to tell you that it's saved, and then click done. And now it's going to get rid of all those blue and just create gray. So if you want this to take up your entire screen, I would recommend that you play with this, drag it down, all that good stuff. You can then subscribe to this dashboard. What a subscription is it is able to automatically refresh instead of having to click this refresh button manually. You can just, daily, if I'm in the office starting at 8:30, 9 a.m., you can just ask for it to refresh at 8 a.m. so it's nice and refreshed right before you come in. Or let's just say that you're going to attempt a DPR with your recruiters on a daily basis at 5 p.m. and you just want a nice fresh refresh before you start DPR, you could do that. You'll see this, receive new results by email. So if you do in the morning time, it's going to send you an email to your, at Navy.mil email account. And I like it personally because I have mine set at 8 a.m. So when I come in the morning, there's already an email with this snapshotted into my email. Of course, if you're just starting off in the morning, there's not going to be a lot of activity and stuff like that, but I still can see my overall snapshot on the month, all that good stuff. So you can, hit save. It automatically subscribes you to the dashboard. The one last thing that I'll show you is how you can make this dashboard your favorite at that point. So if you click dashboards, and here's the one that I just created for today, it shows the subscription. If you come right here, you can click favorite. And now what favorite means is if you have multiple different dashboards in here, favorite just means it's going to show it to you right up top and not be found within your recents. So for the purpose of this, just so I don't confuse it with my other dashboard, I am going to unfavorite, and then I am going to delete that dashboard, and it's that easy. So I hope this works for you. Again, you can do this on a recruiter level, station level, divisional level, district level if you choose to do so. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to give me a call, and I will be able to assist you in creation of a dashboard. I appreciate it. Thank you.